Welcome to this course on computer architecture. So in this lecture we will learn with respect to the arithmetic for computers. Particularly we will be concentrating on sequential multiplication algorithm and hardware with respect to the MIPS architecture. MIPS is a microprocessor without interlocked pipeline stages. So for that particular processor we will be learning how this sequential multiplication algorithm can be implemented. So let's move on to the basic principle. So we know that binary multiplication we will be usually do it by bit multiplication, and we will be concentrating here in this example as a unsigned binary operands, that is both numbers are positive in the sequential multiplication version. So if you are going to have a multiplicand n bits and multiplier n bits, so we will be getting a product value of 2 n bits. So that is the product value, and because both positive numbers are considered, so we will be having a no overflow will be occurring during the process of multiplication. So this is the example of multiplying 6 binary number 6 with 0 1 0 1, that is 5, and the corresponding partial products we are getting, and finally these partial products will be added to get 2 n bit of product. So this is how the normal multiplication or sequential multiplication is carried out. Now with respect to the sequential multiplication hardware, how this is implemented. Okay, so with respect to the MIPS architecture, we know that MIPS has 32-bit instruction format and 32-bit data. So it can handle at a time 32-bit information at a time. So we are in a process of having registers, specifically with respect to when we are going to organize ALU for MIPS, we need to have 32-bit registers. So in order to reduce the hardware number of registers used, so we are employing a multiplicand register which is 32 bits. And 32-bit ALU we need because we need to multiply and add the partial products. Okay, so 32-bit ALU we need, and we are having 64-bit product. So because when we are going to multiply two 32-bit numbers, that is multiplicand 32-bit as and multiplier 32-bit, so we need 64-bit for storing the result product. Now instead of employing a multiplier register separately, so the logic behind in this particular hardware is we are going to use the write off of the product register, and we are going to initialize this write off of the product register, that is LSB portion. Okay, write off means LSB portion of the product register with the multiplier value. Why we are doing this is because of doing this we have a reduced hardware, and with respect to simpler steps, that is shift right operation with respect to the control units. Okay, so we are going to use a particular logic of shifting right and then comparing the multiplier bit, and we are going to move on to the multiplication of the two numbers, multiplicand and multiplier. Okay, by shifting right whenever it is necessary. That algorithm we are going to see in the next slide, and then we are going to produce the partial products. So we will move to the algorithm. So this is the algorithm flow chart. So example, we are considering multiplying 2 into 3. So multiplicand is 2 and multiplier is 3. Now what we are trying to do here in this particular sequential version of multiplication algorithm is, first of all we are going to test the product registers 0th bit. So 0th bit of the product register. Okay, so because 0th bit means it is a LSB. Already in the hardware what we have done, we have combined the product register and the multiplier register together. So the write off of the product register will be the multiplier value. So we are going to check what is the corresponding bit position in LSB of the product register, whether it is 0 or 1. So if it is 1, then what we are trying to do is we will be adding the multiplicand to the left portion of the product register. So initially the product left portion is 0. Okay, so the left portion of the product register, and we will be shifting left the product register right 1 bit, logical shift. Okay, so this step is going to be repeated for 32 iterations. Why 32? Because total number of bits we have is 32 bits. So once the 32 iteration is completed, then we are done. So the result will be available in the product register. So if in case the product register LSB value is 0, then we will skip that first step. Okay, we will not add the multiplicand to the left portion of the product. Directly we will be shifting the product register left, logical shift by 1 bit. So this is the algorithm, very simple, only 2 steps. Okay, by testing the LSB bit of the product register itself, the entire and shifting operation, right shifting the product register, the entire product, that is 32 bit repetitions we will be doing, and finally we will get the product register product. So now we will go through the sequence of this particular flow chart with respect to the example. So we will be considering 2 into 3, multiplicand is 2 and multiplier is 3. So for our simplification of explanation, we will be representing this multiplicand and multiplier both with respect to 4 bits. Okay, because 2 and 3, the equivalent binary is 0010 and 0011. So even though 32 bit we need to represent, but for our understanding purpose, we will be representing it in 4 bits. So the multiplicand register is 0010. So you can think that another 28 zeros are available to the left portion. Okay, right. Similarly, the product register, what we are trying to do is, as I said, the right portion of the product register is initialized with the multiplier. So 0011, the first 4 bits. It is rightmost 4 bits, and the left 4 bits are initialized with zeros. Okay, so we know that if it is m bits of multiplicand and n bits of multiplier, we will be getting m plus n. So product register will now contain 8 bits. So that only we are initializing 4 zeros to the left portion. So this is the initialization step. Now the first step, we need to check the product register. So how to check the product register? So we need to check the 0th bit, that is LSB. So the LSB is 1 here. So if it is 1, what we need to do? Add the multiplicand to the left of the product and place the result in the left of the product register. So we need to add the 0010 multiplicand with the left portion of the product, and the result should be available in the left portion. So that we have done it here. Okay. So that is 0010. When we add 0010 with the 0000, we will get 0010. Right. Now the first step is over. Right. Now what is the second step? We need to logical shift right the corresponding product register. So when you shift right, this LSB1 goes out of the register. So we need to shift 1 bit to the right. So this 1 comes the LSB, that is the 0th bit, and then these 2 0 occupies, and finally this 0, this 1, and finally this 0. Now one more 0 is added to the left because of logical shift operation, because the rightmost, that is LSB1, is removed from the register. Okay, so the logical shift, when you are removing either right or left, so the 10 is added. Okay, so that is the logic. Now the first iteration is over. So now we move on to the next iteration, right? So because we have considered 4 bits, now we need to run this algorithm for 4 times. Okay, right? Now what is the product register value? LSB. So the LSB is still 1 here in the previous step. Okay, so 1 means we need to add the multiplicand to left of the product register and place the result in the left of the product register. So current value of the product register is 0001. With the 0001, we need to add the multiplicand value 0010. So when you add 0010 with the 0001, you will get 0011. So that result is placed in the left of the product register. Okay, and we need to move to the second step. Okay. So what is the second step? So the second step is shift, logical shift right. So when you shift logical right, so this is the result. So 1 bit 1 we are going to shift it, and finally we will arrive at this, the product register value after the second step. Now we will move on to the third iteration. So third iteration, we need to check what is the LSB of product register, that is with respect to the previous iteration, that is 0. So because this is 0, right, we will skip the first step. So if it is 0, what we are trying to do, we will be shifting right the product register 1 bit directly. So we will move on to the second step directly. So if you see the first step in the third iteration, there is no change in the product register value, okay, because of the LSB portion is 0, LSB bit is 0. Now after shifting left in the third iteration, so these two ones will be moved on to this LSB portion, and the 1 0 is added here. So this is the right shift operation during the third iteration. Next comes the last iteration, fourth iteration. In the fourth iteration also, what happens, the previous value of the product register LSB is 0, so that we are not having the, we have not to perform the first step, okay, and then we will directly move on to the second step by shifting left the shift right, logical shift right the product register 1 bit. So when you shift it 1 bit right, then the answer is 0110 in the right half of the product register, and in the left portion it is 0000. So the final result is, this is the final result. So the corresponding answer we need to get is 2 into 3 is 6, and that is available in the product register. So this is how the corresponding multiplication of unsigned numbers, that is two positive numbers, is carried out with respect to this implementation. So what is the observation on this multiplication process? Okay, it is 2 steps per bit because multiplier, and we are going to combine the product. Okay, so that is a 2-step process, and MIPS register high and low or left and right of the product, we will be using that to register for this purpose, and the corresponding instruction for multiplication, unsigned multiplication MIPS is MULTU. Okay, is it possible to make the multiplication still faster? Yes. So the solution is to move or both positive, and remember whether to complement product when done. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to leave out the sign bit and run for 31 steps. Okay, that is, we need to make both numbers positive, and then we need to complement. Okay, and then we need to run for 31 steps. And we need to apply 2's complement, and also to sign, extend partial products, and subtract at the end. So these two things are minor changes we need to do, so that is there possibility of doing correct multiplication for the signed multiplication. And for signed multiplication, there is an elegant way. Okay, another algorithm is available, that is Booth's algorithm. So in the subsequent videos we will learn about Booth's algorithm for signed multiplication. Now we will take up another example of multiplying 13 into 20. So first of all, given a decimal numbers, first we need to convert these into binary. So we know how to convert a given decimal number to binary, successive divided by 2, and we will get these results. Okay, and 13 into 20, if you multiply it by the corresponding decimal, direct decimal multiplication, we need to get 260 the answer. Okay, so now 20, if you take, it is the binary value is 10100, and if you take 13, the binary value is 1101. So this can be represented in 4 bit, this is represented in 5 bits. Okay, that is multiplier. So if this is the case, we need to represent both the binary representation of the given multiplicand and multiplier in equal number of bits. So we have preceded a 0 with respect to the representation of 13 to the binary. So that is multiplicand. So 01101, and 20 is directly represented 10100. So now we will be going for iteration, right? So since we have represented in 5 bits, so the initializing values, okay, the multiplier bit will be 10100, that is a multiplier, that is 20. Your multiplicand register is going to be 01101, and it is represented in totally 10 bits, because our product register will contain 10 bits as a result, because both multiplicand and multiplier are 5 bits, right? Now we need to test the multiplier bit 0 in the first iteration. So the LSB portion, LSB bit of the multiplier is 0. So we need not perform the first operation. So we directly go for logical shift. Okay, so the logical shift, right, and then we will get this answer for multiplicand after shifting. Then we will go for logical shift right the multiplier. So this is the another way of doing the corresponding multiplication, sequential multiplication. This is another algorithm, right? So we need to, second step, logical shift left the multiplicand and logical shift right the multiplier. So shifting right the multiplier means this 0 will come here, this 1 will come here, this 0 and this 1, and finally we will proceed it with 1 0. Okay, so right. So the product register is still 0. Initialized to all 10 bits is 0. So that is the first iteration. Second iteration. This is second iteration. Again, from the previous first iteration value, the multiplier bit is still 0. So we will skip the first step. We will go to the second step of shift left multiplicand and shift right multiplier. So we will get this, right? And the product register, we are not disturb the product register. So this is the second step. Now the third step. So we need to go for 5 iterations because we have represented both the multiplier and multiplicand in 5 bits, right? Now if you see the multiplier bit LSB is 1. So now what we need to do is we need to add the product register with multiplicand. So the product register is added with the multiplicand and the result is shown in the product register. Now shift left multiplicand, again we are shifting left the multiplicand 1 bit and shift right the multiplier 1 bit. So this is the end result after shifting right and shifting left in the third iteration. Now fourth iteration, if you see in the fourth iteration, now again the multiplier bit is 0, so we will skip the first operation and we will move to the second operation. Shift left multiplicand, so this is the result of the multiplicand register after shifting left, and shift right multiplier, and so we will get the result, and we are not disturbing the product register value. Whatever the previous iteration we have, the same value is retained here. Now we will go to the final iteration, fifth iteration. So if you see the multiplier bit LSB is 1. Now we need to add the product register with the multiplicand. So after adding the product register with the multiplicand, we will get this answer. Normal binary addition you need to do, and shift left multiplicand you will get this result, and finally shift right multiplier. So if you see the final result, we will be having it in product register. Now we need to check whether it is correct or not. We need to get 260, right? So this portion is 1, so this is 1 into 2 power 2. So this is how we can check, okay, by converting the product register value, that is binary representation, into decimal. So 1 into 2 power 2, and this particular digit position is 1. So 1 into 2 power 8. It is place value is 8. So 1 into 2 power 8. So 256 plus 4 we will get 260. So this is the correct answer, right? Now in the next lectures, subsequent lectures, we will learn several other algorithms with respect to the arithmetic of computers.